Welcome back to FPL Spot, your best place to find FPL content for 23-24 season. Today, you're joining me for my watch along. What am I on about? My watch list transfer game week 18. In that, we're going to look at the 30 most transferred in players and put them in 6 categories of must buys, great transfer, good transfer, transfers that are optional and lucrative, transfers that are gambles, and transfers that we certainly need to avoid in the coming game week ahead. Today, I'm doing this live. Normally, I pre-record this and upload it, but time of the essence, and I need to get this video out as soon as possible. And not even that, you guys can join me and maybe give me some advice on where I should put these players on. But even after I finish with this, I'm gonna take some Q&As if there's anyone available on chat. If not, I will end the video right then. But let's get on with this watch list for game week 18. Last game week wasn't that great, but hopefully this game week's better. So, first up in the transfer watch list, we have Cowell. I think he's an optional player to bring in. He's a cheap defender, and they could be playing quite a lot of games in the coming game weeks ahead. So, and they've got some easy games, so they could get quite a few more clean sheets like they have in the past few game weeks. Then we have Pedro. In my opinion, he's a gamble, as there's always a risk of rotation with Brighton players at the moment because they're playing so many games, and you just don't know exactly how many games they'll be playing. The end is like rotating wise, so his minutes are numbered. So I'm going to put him in the gamble option. Then we have Rosario. In my opinion, he's a good transfer, but he's also optional because of his price. 5.3 is quite steep for goalkeeper at the moment, especially when there's other keepers out there which are a lot cheaper and producing as well. So I'm going to put him in the optional category. If you want to bring him in, it's up to you. If you've got spare cash lying around, maybe, then yeah. But otherwise, I wouldn't risk bringing him Rosario in, because I don't think Tottenham will keep that many clean sheets in the coming games ahead. Then we have Wilson. Now, in my opinion, he's a gamble. Reason being is because rotation risk. He's playing today's game right now. When I watched the first half, he got a goal. So Isak could start the game on the weekend. So for that reason, because of his minutes, I think it's a gamble. If you're a gambling person, then go for it. Otherwise, play safe and go for a different ST. Same, we got next, we got Tawaski. Everton have really looked good recently. The defensive numbers are there. They've been pulling out clean sheets. So just on that sample data and the way they're playing with the confidence they got, they could keep another clean sheet at Tottenham as well. So against Tottenham. So I'm going to put him in the good transfer list. Next, we have Pau Torres. They got Shofford at home, and he has shown he's an attacking threat in corners. So I'm going to put him on the good transfer list as well. They've got some good games, some hard games, but I think he's a good option to bring in at 4.7 million. Quite cheap. So you can go for him if you want. Then we have Richarlison. And this could be actually a great transfer or good transfer, depending on how you think about it. Because if you compare it to Son, who's a midfielder as well, costs a lot more than only 3 million more than him, and is not playing ST no more. Richarlison's playing ST. So for that reason, I might actually put him down as a great transfer to bring in, maybe, because he's looking to pick up some form, but we know his past history. So because of that, I'm going to put him on the good transfer, but I'm going to put him on the top of the good transfer list. Next, we have Jesus. I think Jesus is a great transfer to bring in. His price is going to probably go up today. So if you're looking to get him in, I will try to get him in today. If you're watching this video or you're watching it live. If you're watching it today, replay, then yeah, get him in today beforehand. But otherwise, you have to think hard about it, because obviously you're going to have, like, Watkins is more or less now everyone's second ST after Haaland. But if you want to have 3 strikers, Jesus could be a great option to bring in. The Liverpool game ain't the best game to bring him in, but Liverpool's defense has been shaky throughout the season, and they didn't get a great result against Man United the other game week, and Arsenal are much better than United, so they could do some damage to Liverpool. And not only that, Liverpool play on Wednesday night, and Arsenal don't play during the week, so they got a longer rest. So Jesus could play a big part in that game and the games coming up. So for that reason, he's a great transfer. Next up, we have Romero. In my opinion, avoid him completely. He's a red card risk waiting to happen at any point, and then he's going to be out for 4 games. So just strictly avoid him. Next, we have Alvarez. I'm going to put him in the void as well because he's not even playing this game week. He's blanking. I don't know which people bought him in. I think it's that 40,000 people bought him in. Seriously, what were you guys thinking? Like, he's an easy in a void. Then we have Pickford. I'm going to put him in the optional category and not in the avoid or gamble because Everton have looked better in the last few game weeks since they've got their points deduction. Even before that, they were looking good. They will be like quite high up without the 10 points deduction in the league. So for that reason, I'm going to put him as a good transfer. And only at 4.4 million, that seems like a bargain to me. So yeah, and not even that, people probably start bringing him in maybe in game week 20 when some people start doing the wild carding, and his price will go up, so it could be a lucrative transfer as well. Next, we have Jackson. Now, he's had an on-off start. And still, even right now, recently, he's not performing great. He got 1 goal, I think, in the last game, but I wouldn't be going in for him. So, and plus, Nkunku might be coming back as well. I think Pochettino said that he's going to play get 3 minutes in the next game. So, Jackson's place will be at risk soon. So, for that reason, I'm going to do a void. Because even with Jackson, he's better at home than he's away as well. So Wolves' game is not going to be a great game for him, in my opinion. So for me, I would avoid him. Then we have Bowen. I'm going to put him on the good transfer list because of the fixtures they have. I'm going to put him below Richarlison, sorry. Because I think Richarlison is a better option, cheaper as well. And playing as an out-and-out ST as well. So he could be a great option to bring in this game week, maybe. Then we have Isak. And same as he's actually got a better chance of playing than Wilson because Wilson's playing today. So, but overall, I just don't think he'll get those. Both of them will rotate the minutes if they're both fit. So for that reason, both are gambles. So I will stay away from both United strikers, Manchester United, Newcastle United strikers, because there are rotation risk, as Eddie Howe likes to play with 1 striker. Now Dan Burn could be a good optional and lucrative player to bring in, as if he's back, he's going to be starting guaranteed. He's one of the mainstays in defence. That's what they missed in the last few game weeks as well. So, and his price will start to go up as well. So, for me, I think he is an optional and lucrative reason. Because he's not gonna get like starting games straight away. He's gonna come on off the bench, get his minutes, and then he'll get the fitness up, and then he'll be starting. But till then, people can start bringing him in, so you could make a decent profit on him for the future. Then we have the Dubravka. In my opinion, it's a good transfer to bring in. Good solid keeper for Newcastle for the next foreseeable future, as we know it. And 4.2 million for one of the best defenses in the Premier League. Easy choice. It's a good transfer. Next up, we have Salah. And reason why he's not a great, maybe a good transfer, not even a good transfer right now, in my opinion. Because, they got Arsenal at home, but then they got Burnley away, which ain't going to be easy game, but you probably think he should get some points there. And then they got Newcastle at home, and then he goes away to his Africa Cup Nations. So for that, and there's no point if you don't already have him. If you have him, keep him, yes, till game week 19. But if you don't have him, to bringing him in for 2, like only for these next 3 game weeks, for which one of those game weeks are really good. Nah, I'm gonna put him on the gamble situation. Like, yeah, it's a gamble for just 3 game weeks, and only one of those fixtures are really good. It's a gamble, and for the price tag, yeah, you're gambling really. And otherwise, you should already had him, in my opinion. Then we have Cunha. I guess you could bring him in 5.7 million. He's playing ST at the moment for Wolves instead of Chan. Chan hasn't been producing as well. I took Chan out. Oh, I haven't took him out yet. Sorry. Might take him out. Might take another -4 hit, but he's just an optional one, in my opinion. If you feel like bringing him in, but yeah, I wouldn't be heavily interested in going for Cunha. Then we have Trent, and now I'm gonna put him in the great transfer list. Reason being is, even though he kept a clean sheet in the last game, he got the clean sheet points, but he got the bonus points. Majority reason because of his attacking abilities that he provides. He provides a lot of attacking opportunities, and that racks up the bonus points. Same as Trippier, sorry. So for that reason, I think he's a great option to bring in. And when Liverpool do create chances and attacks, it's through this guy. And I've regretted not having him a few weeks ago. I bought him in last week, even though he didn't get the returns I was looking for. He still was able to produce 9 points, and for me, I was happy with that. Even considering what the scoreline was for that game. So for me, a great transfer. Then we have Martinez. I'm going to put him the optional one, and I'll put him just below Pickford. Reason being is because his price, 5.1 million. They'll have been solid quite defensively, Villa, but I just think these games will start catching up to them soon. Not with the keeper, but with the defense. So, and we won't be able to keep that many clean sheets. They got good game this game week against Sheffield United, but hard games after that. So I'm going to put him in the optional category. Not really fun. Got to be going out to get Martinez. Then we have Trippier. Now they have some good games coming up, and there's some hard games. So, and the thing is, Newcastle have looked a bit shaky with the amount of injuries they're picking up, but there are some returning players as well. So it's a bit of both on both ends. So I'm going to put him in the good transfer list, sorry. And I'm going to put him below Bowen. Yeah, actually above Bowen. Because it's an easy game, technically, if you look at it. But Luton have been quite solid at home. And Luton will be playing with a bit more fire and heart because of what happened to the Lockyer last weekend. So, yeah. And the crowd will be a lot more up for it as well. I can imagine it'll probably be the loudest you ever heard it at Luton because of what happened. But hopefully, Lockyer gets healthier quicker soon. But next up, we have Leno. He's been decent this whole season, so I have to put him in the optional category for that reason. He has been keeping clean sheets, and when he doesn't keep clean sheets, he does make a lot of saves. So I'm going to put him at the bottom of the optional list. It won't be a good transfer. Nah. For who, though? Who do you want to bring him in for? Next up, we have Kudos. I think Kudos is a good transfer to bring in because of his price. And I'm going to put him above Bowen because of his price. 6.7 million is a bargain. And he's showing consistency at the moment. Got 2 goals in the last game. Good goals as well. So, at 6.7 million is a bargain. So, the midfielder options, cheap midfield for options, are kind of stacking up now. So, we'll talk about it in a minute as well about that. But next up, we have Kulusevski. Now, he's been looking a lot better recently from his going back to his previous form that he showed when he first arrived at Tottenham. So, for that reason, I'm going to put him in a good transfer. But I'm going to put him below Bowen because of his, Bowen's got bigger sample data where he's produced on a regular occasion compared to Kulusevski. And not even that, Bowen's on penalties, and like the penalty taker for Tottenham is going to be Son, as we saw in the few games ago. So for that reason, I'll put Kulusevski in the good transfer. But the next Tottenham player, Son, at 9.8 million. Now he's getting expensive. Now he's just about a great transfer. Reason being is because even off that you can play him to game week 20, where he has very good game at the end as well. So next 3 games. So for that reason, I put him in the good, great, but I'm gonna put him at the bottom because you're gonna have to take him out sooner, like straight after 20, because he goes to the Asia Cup, and for that reason, he just makes it thingy because he's on penalties for them, and Tottenham looking like they're getting back a bit of more form recently. So, and they look solid in defensive wise, so they're gonna win games and team. So I think Son will play a part in most goals that Tottenham score. Then we have Gordon at 6.2 million. Now I think he is a great transfer to bring in, probably the best out of all of them at the moment, because he's so cheap, 6.2 million, and he produces every game week, either with a goal or assist. So that's like last game week, he got assist, but he got a clean sheet as well. So he got 6 points, and that is not bad for Gordon, because say if you got a goal instead of assist, 5 points, 2 points played. Knowing him, he probably got a yellow card and still ended up with 6 points. See what I mean? So he produces every game week. So for me, I just think he's a great transfer at 6.2 million. A bargain, frankly. So yeah. And then we have Pedro Porro. Another great transfer. I'm going to put him ahead of Trent because of his price. He produces about the same amount of numbers as Trent. Close enough, but a lot cheaper. Nearly 2.7 million cheaper. So for that reason, you have to pay him higher than Trent. I think he is playing much higher in the pitch, where he's able to produce more attacking opportunities, get on those bonus points, and somehow get assists or goals as well. So for that reason, he's a great transfer. Next up, we have Palmer. Now, last game week, he got a goal and an assist. Got 14 points, bonus points to all 3, and they've all got good games coming up. So for that reason, great transfer, and I have to put him ahead of Gordon. Do I? I'm gonna put him actually thingy below Gordon because he's away to Wolves, and Chelsea don't look the same team as they do when they're home. At home, they're a lot stronger. Away, I see them quite weak. So for that reason, I'm gonna put him just below Gordon. And then we have Solanke. Now, the thing we have with Solanke, he's got 2 more good game weeks, and then he's got some hard games. But he will be getting a double game week very soon. We don't know when. We know there's a match got abandoned. That match has to be replayed. So, and without Haaland in your team this game week, maybe you didn't bring him in yet. Bring him this week, game week. He could, or just replace one of the other strikers that you have, say Darwin Núñez or Isak or Wilson. So for that reason, I think he's a must buy because he will have a double game week soon and got 2 good games. So until we get more information about when the double game week is going to be, I think he's a good transfer. 6.8 million, pretty cheap. So yeah, a must buy. Then we have Watkins. Now, his price is just shooting up constantly. It will shoot up today again to 8.7. Is what the Fantasy Hub is telling me. So, and now he's second only to Haaland, really, man, in points wise and in goals wise. So, I have to put him in the great must buy categories because I went out and got him myself. So, I'm just letting you know this is what, like, I did it yesterday on my live stream, because I like doing my transfers live with you guys, so everyone knows what I'm doing. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm saying it how it is. So, yeah, I think Watkins might be a better choice than Solanke overall, because you're going to end up keeping Watkins as well for majority of the time. Like, you will keep Watkins because what he has shown, even in the hard games, he still end up getting something. So, just a steady performer every game week, but his price just keeps going up. So if you were lucky enough to get him in earlier, great on you, man. I had him earlier, took him out because Emery gave me some false information for Jesus, and then I had to bring him back this game week. Cost me a few points, but I live and I learn, you know. So that's it for all 30 most transferred in players for game week 18. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting, because it's my first time doing it live. Normally I pre-record this. I hope it's like you found it interesting that way. And I probably made some mistakes here and there because I couldn't edit it out. But it is what it is. Time management. Let's just have a quick look at what categories I put some of these players in, or if I should change it. Watkins and Solanke, yeah, I still think they're must buys. So yeah, I think Gordon's a great transfer. So is Palmer. So is Jesus, Porro, Trent, Son. Like, thing is, he could get mega hauls, and for that reason, like, he could get 17 points next game week easily. So for that reason, and the games after that, where he's got good games until he goes to the Asia Cup, and he probably wants to go on a high as well. So I have to leave him the great transfer list, even though he's so much money now. Richarlison, good transfer as well, playing ST for Tottenham, and obviously when Son leaves, he'll more or less a bit more guaranteed chance of him starting as well. But maybe back until then, the team might not perform as good when Son leaves, because that is your captain leaving. So we gotta be mindful for that as well. Like, will there be a performance drop in Tottenham when Son leaves because of how important he is to that squad? Trippier, good transfer in my opinion. Kudus, yep. Bowen, yes. Kuszewski, yes. Tarkowski. You know what? He's just about a good transfer, and I'm going to put him at the bottom of it. Torres, yeah, I think he's a better transfer than Tarkowski. Even though they'll be keeping quite a few clean sheets, I just don't see getting any attacking returns from Tarkowski. It's just what it is. Don't think his record's that great. And Dubravka, I think, is a great goalkeeper transfer, number one keeper to bring in my opinion. And yeah, the options look about right. So do the gambles, and so do the avoids. Like, today we got a bit of everywhere today. Obviously, always a good transfer, always a massive punch, because there's always good transfers. It's just about, that's what it is when it comes out to FPL. It's so hard to figure out which player you should go for. Like, for this game week, if I was to replace Keith-Chan, I could go for Gordon, I could go for Palmer, I could go for Richarlison, I could go for Kudus. I'm priced out of Bowen. I can go for Kuszewski. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players I have a choice from. So it all comes down to, like, luck in the end. Like, which one did you choose out of them? Some of these players will have to be brought in anyway after game week 19-20, when Son and Salah leave my team, and you have to replace them. That's what a lot of people are not thinking about at the moment, I think, of what player they're going to replace Salah and Son with, because you will have a hell of a lot of extra cash in your bank when you get rid of some of these players. But then when you replace them with different players, change your team around, you're going to struggle maybe a bit down the line when these players come back from their international duties and you go get these players back into your team. So are you going to be using wildcard because you have to completely sort out your team, or are you just going to be like, not going to get them and slowly fix the team? But that's a long way away to fix that out. But for today, this transfer watch list is done. But I don't see anyone online at the moment, so I'm just going to call it a day. Actually, wait, I'm not going to call it a day just yet. I'm going to quickly just have a look at the price changes that we have so far. Let's see where we are. Here we go. So let's quickly have a look at the price changes. So Watkins' price is gonna go up today. Looking like it's like 102% and going up slowly, and it's quite not that long to go, but still a while to go. And then we've got Pickford at 4.4 million. Probably gonna go up today as well if you look at the keeper in. And personally, I think he might not even go up because that is a slow rate, you know. Jesus could go up tonight. I already have him. I'd be happy if he goes up. So yeah, Bowen could go up if you're looking to get him. If you can just afford him and need to get him in tonight, is the best chance to get him in. And then let's see plays. Let me just see who's out on the edge. It's like Tavernier. Look, Trent's always like gonna be going up. Tavernier's gonna be going up. Salah is looking like he's gonna go up again. I find that crazy. Like, you know, seriously. Yeah. Let me look at the percentage wise. Oh well, crazy time. I need to look who that was. So a lot of people bringing in Gordon this game week again. Solanke as well, Palmer as well, Pedro Porro as well, Martinez, Kudos, Kulosevsky, Jackson, Trent, Jesus, Cunha, surprisingly Watkins, Son, Romero. So there is quite a lot of a high percentage going on. Maybe change in the coming days. But let's look at Soboslai is decreasing big time. That's a massive drop, you know. Darwin is dropping as well. So there's quite a few drops going to be happening. But let's see what's the same. Doka might go down. Diaby, Mitamo, Edward, Chilwell, Rodrigo. So quite a lot of players that could go down. Not any players that I really care about. So I think I could go one more day without doing my transfers. Because the longer by taking a hit, maybe because I'm able to do it. So thank you guys for joining me. For people that did, or thank you guys whoever watches replay of this video, this live stream. Sorry. If you like my content, please like, subscribe to my channel for future FPL content. If you're new around here, please share with your friends and family and help me grow to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So, thank you guys for watching me again. See you again next time. See ya!